cars. Race number 18 will be void. Race 18 is void, and that's due to the non-starting of Dave Penfold, John Fish and Andy Jennings. The remaining 2 riders, number 13, Colin Vidler, will go into race 20. Number 13, Colin Vidler, will go into race 20. And number 251, John Arnott, will go in race 19. Well, it looks like the 250s are away. Lee Street scorching into the lead from number 48, Brian Cornelius, there in second place. With 124, Keith Strudwick in hot pursuit, and then Bernie Edwards in 5th place. Real fine line around there by Lee Street. Getting them both on early, just in the front wheel. I believe that's a Kajiva engine machine. Leading from 48, Brian Cornelius and Keith Strudwick trying to go right round the outside. Right ding-dong battle going on for second place. Keith Strudwick slows a little bit wide. Does he overcook it? Can Brian Cornelius come back at him as he comes up that straight? Brian Cornelius briefly retook the lead, but I think this time you'll find that Keith Strudwick does get the advantage. So it's Lee Street from Keith Strudwick, from Brian Cornelius. He doesn't look like he's given up yet. From 115, Bernie Edwards. Lee Street, a good ride from him. Dempsey's authority early this afternoon. Keith Strudwick and Brian Cornelius still battling it out side by side. Brian Cornelius still holding that slender inside line to try and take the advantage, but the back wheel kicked out a little bit too quick there, and Brian lost those few vital yards that have probably cost him that second place. Out of the last turn then, for the last time. Lee Street wheelie into victory. From Keith Strudwick in second. Brian Cornelius there in third after a good ride, a hard battle. Number 54, Mike Smith. 251, Pete Wakeford. The official result there of race 1. The 250 solos was a win there for number 75, Lee Street. In second place was 124, Keith Strudwick. Third place, number 48, Brian Cornelius. Fourth place, 54, Mike Smith. Fifth place, 251, Pete Wakeford. And in sixth place, number 20, Alan Dan. No other finishes. The winner's time, 1 minute 34.57. A speed of 55.16 miles per hour. Then that first straight, then it's 89, Darron Bishop from the eastern centre that goes into an early lead. 89, Darron Bishop then leading. 89, Darron Bishop on to that slender advantage. From 180, Richard Sims. Richard Sims getting his nose in front out of that turn. John Pilcher now up to second, and Darron Bishop down to third. John Bishop trying a long way round the outside. Darron Bishop trying to split him through the middle. John Pilcher again tries that hard outside, but Richard Sims holds on to the inside line and holds on to the advantage. It's 180, Richard Sims really riding his heart out this afternoon from 49, John Pilcher, 89, Darron Bishop. John Pilcher again trying that long outside run, but he can't quite get there. You need to go that much faster to go around the outside. John Pilcher hoping that Richard Sims will come off that inside line, but it's not going to happen this time. Last lap flag for Richard Sims from John Pilcher and Darron Bishop. Time to come round the big turn. Throttle wide open, a win for number 180, Richard Sims from 49, John Pilcher, then Darron Bishop, George Cook, Chris Pay, Colin Osborne, Michael Peters, 8-0, Richard Sims in second place, 49, John Pilcher, third place, 89, Darron Bishop, fourth place, number 18, George Cook, fifth place, number 59, Chris Pay, sixth place, number 46, Colin Osborne, 7th place 37, Michael Peters, and 8th place 222, Jane McLaren. No other finishes. The winner's time at 1 minute 39.54. Just giving a speed of 52.41 miles per hour. No, 25 is going to be Tommy Penfold, not Tony. Okay, there's the line, 3 outfits only out there. Bill Penfold leads. Tommy Penfold on Tony's bike with Tony's passenger, Julian Wood, in hot pursuit in second place. And indeed coming right up the inside and overtaking Bill Penfold like he's misfiring or something. So, Tommy thinks he's gone better with Tony's bike. Tommy Penfold, Julian Wood, leading the field from Bill Penfold and Nigel Shaw, from John Arnott. And Tony Doyle. Only 3 outfits go in this one. Line around there by Tommy Penfold. He's sliding a little bit wide. Can Bill Penfold come up on the inside? Tony Penfold and Julian Wood lead from Bill Penfold and Nigel Shaw, from John Arnott and Tony Doyle.
262 and on top.
Last lap flag goes in for Tommy Penfold and Julian Wood. In hot pursuit are Bill Penfold and Nigel Shaw, with John Arnott and Dominic Doyle still bringing up the rear there. Those places remaining unchanged as the race goes on. Last turn for the last time, another slender line there by Tommy Penfold and Julian Wood. Their first win of the afternoon. As Bill Penfold and Nigel Shaw cruise home in second place, just surveying the situation. And John Arnott, Dominic Doyle, bringing up the rear. There's a win for number 25, Tommy Penfold and Julian Wood. In second place was number 2, Bill Penfold and Nigel Shaw. Third was 251, John Arnott and Tony Doyle. No other finishes. The winner's time at 1 minute 39.15 seconds, giving an average speed of 52.61 miles per hour. On to race 4, and it's the turn of the left-hand sidecars again. Non-starter in this one, I believe, number 125, Ernie Penfold. Other than that, it should be as per your programme. So I stand corrected, Ernie Penfold is out there. And riding with Ernie this afternoon is Nigel Field. Well, let's hit a straight down the back of the bike. Riders are ready to take some on. They're on the way down the first straight. And look at Ernie scorch off that line on that Honda Fireblade. A 900cc Honda Fireblade, as the passenger is sort of a little bit stiffer getting across onto that there sidecar wheel. But look at that thing go. That's a 900 Honda Fireblade turned into a big bang engine with a 960 big bore Cawtheray kit on it. How about that? Good start. Listen to that motor roar. Ernie Penfold and Nigel Field from Duncan Fish and Clive Holland. Bernie Townsend and Martin Cadill and Len Brazier, with Chris Lawrence in the chair. Well, Ernie certainly make the dust fly, and these old boys always have to look out when Ernie comes back, and Ernie's back with a vengeance on his 900 Honda Fireblade. So Ernie Penfold leading from Duncan Fish and Bernie Townsend and Len Brazier. Ernie previously always seemed to have been a bit of a twin-cylinder merchant with the Dodd 3 twins and the 960 NREs, but he's really out making this Fireblade fly. We'll call it a flyer blade, I think. On their last lap then. Supersonic power from this 900cc Honda, giving away 100cc's to all those other outfits, and 102 in places. So he takes a real steady line in his last turn as I look behind him, make sure it's all clear. One more squirt of that throttle and the win goes to number 125, Ernie Penfold and Nigel Field. From 174. Duncan Fish and Clive Holland. And then the battle at the tail end as Bernie Townsend and Martin Cadill come up to take that checkered flag. Brazier in 4th place. Win, the grand old man of GRASSTRACK, 125, Ernie Penfold and Nigel Field. In 2nd place, number 174, Duncan Fish and Clive Holland. 3rd place, number 69, Bernie Townsend and Martin Cadell. And in 4th place, number 1, Colin Vidler, number 1, Len Brazier. Number 1, Len Brazier and Chris Lawrence. Winner's time of 1 minute 44.53 seconds, a speed of 49.90 miles per hour. From the top then, 125, 174, 69 and 1 minute 44.53, giving a speed of 49.90 miles per hour. The left-hand sidecars again, and watch number 4. Neil Owen, he's an absolute flyer. So is Neil Cuff, with Martin Cuff in 2nd place. So Neil Owen flying on that 560cc Jawa, giving away some 460cc's to these other machines, all the way from Welsh, Wales. He always makes it just worthwhile. Look at that back ticket off the side of that right there, absolutely flying on the 560cc single cylinder Jawa. Where they come then, flat out. Look at that dust fly. That little 500cc Jawa from Wales is absolutely flying. Neil and Martin Cuff there in 2nd place, don't know what to do about it. Bob Miles is there and can't do anything about it, and so's Billy Penfold. Well, you just get the time of this, because that looks incredibly fast. Absolutely incredibly fast, really coming round there, really making them have it. The last lap flag goes for Neil Owen and Andrew Evans. Father and son, Neil and Martin Cuff, hold in 2nd place there. And then number 108, Bob Miles and Peter Taylor, with Billy Penfold and Carly Bell bringing up the rear. But look at this man come, look at that passenger, look how low he gets. How low can you go? The checkered flag goes for Neil Owen and Andrew Evans. From Billy Penfold, from Neil and Martin Cuff, then Billy Penfold, Carly Bell, and then 108, Bob Miles and Peter Taylor. There for number 4, Neil Owen and Andrew Evans. In 2nd place was number 126, Neil and Martin Cuff. 3rd place went to number 23, Billy Penfold and Carly Bell. And 4th place to number 108, Bob Miles and Peter Taylor. No other finishers. The winner's time at 1 minute 39.18 seconds, doing a speed of 52.59 miles per hour. Another 4 horse racing as they line up on the line. Hand waving and things going on there. We get 124 George Penfold, 151 Graham Hilton, and 307 Barry Gear. Good go. First ride he's had in a few seasons, but I bet he'll be a flyer. And the tapes are coming back across for us. We're not going to have a flag start after all. Rising on that line then. Away they go, flat out off the start, and look at George fly off that line. Absolute dynamite. On the Yamaha 1000cc Genesis. Good line round that turn. Looks like he's never been away, doesn't he? Graham Hilton and Bertie Goodwin following up there in 2nd place, and then Barry Gear, Dave Hollands in 3rd. Line round that track there, and 124 George Penfold and Liam Shivers with a good lead over Graham Hilton and Bertie Goodwin. Barry Gear and Dave Holland still holding on to that 3rd place. Well, the 1000cc Genesis motor going extremely well there for young George. 1000cc V-twin Dodd engine performing well for Graham Hilton. 750cc 4-cylinder machine hammering round there in 3rd. Places remaining unchanged. Just look at George fly. Be interesting to get his time and compare that to the others and see if he's still the thought to be reckoned with. Doesn't he was when he left the sport some time ago. He's done Sidecar Speedway, he's done right-hand Sidecar, he does left-hand Sidecar, and he's even ridden quads. A very talented man is young George. On their last lap now then, George got some quarter lap distance on the second place man, Graham Hilton, who's got a good lead over Barry Gear in third. Last turn then for the last time. Man who originates from Staplehurst, I think he now lives on the Isle of Sheppey, takes the checkered flag. And then the frame straightener from Maidstone rolls home in second place, number 151. And then number 307, Barry Gear, rolling up there in third. Before George Penfold and Liam Chivers, second place went to 151, Graham Hilton and Bertie Goodwin, and third went to 307, Barry Gear and Dave Hollands. No other finishes, the winner's time at 1 minute 44.94, doing a speed of 49.71 miles per hour. From the top then, 124, 151 and 307. 1 minute 44.94, 49.71. Race 7 and no number 9, Mitchell Gobb. Other than that, they're away, and Dave Mears takes up the running from Brian Cornelius, Paul Watson, Bill Roger, Bill Sims and Alan Dan. Good line-up of 350s here this afternoon with 2 heats running on towards the final at the end of the day. Dave Mears making an early statement to his quality in this class, in his first race of the afternoon. Brian Cornelius pushing hard there in second, then Paul Watson. From Phil Roger, Bill Sims, who's riding number 37, Michael Peters' bike. 139 then, Dave Mears, untroubled and flying round. From 48, Brian Cornelius, then 331, Paul Watson, 16, Phil Roger, 37, Bill Sims, number 20, Alan Dan. Absolutely flying, 139 to Dave Mears, taking his last lap flag. Just one lap from his first victory this afternoon. Brian Cornelius on the 350 Westlake in hot pursuit in second place, then Paul Watson, Phil Roger, Bill Sims. Alan Dan gets his last lap flag. The checkered flag is made ready for the winner, number 139, David Mears. Second place is 48, Brian Cornelius. 331, Paul Watson. 16, Phil Roger. 37, Bill Sims. And coming up now from the back is number 20, Alan Dan. David Mears in second place was 48, Brian Cornelius. Third place, 331, Paul Watson. Fourth place, number 16, Phil Roger. Fifth place, number 37, Michael Higgins. Sixth place, number 20, Alan Dan. No other finishes. The winner's time at 1 minute 32.24 seconds, giving an average speed of 56.55 miles per hour. Race 7 again then from the top, 139, 48, 331, 16, 37 and 20, 132.24, 56.55. Neil Scopes, who was that led into that turn with Jonathan Duke in hot pursuit. Had young Jonathan in the shop yesterday afternoon purchasing a new chain. He goes back into third place, perhaps he wasn't such a fast chain after all. Let's see, Neil Scopes leads, James Cawtheray through to second and Jonathan Duke there in third. And then Tim Mount and 58, Neil Emmett and Phil Buckley. Yeah, Jonathan was telling me that he'd slipped a disc in his back earlier in the season, and painful for riding at times, but he's gradually stepping into it, and he's holding a good third place at the moment. Neil Scopes leads then, from James Cawtheray in second, then Jonathan Duke in third, then Tim Mount, Phil Buckley and Neil Emmett. Neil Emmett, I believe this could be one of his first rides since he had a bit of an accident last year. into the last lap. Neil Scopes leads from James Cawtheray with Jonathan Duke pushing hard there in third. Then Tim Mount. Then Phil Buckley. And Neil Emmett. Last turn for the last time. And out wide comes Neil Scopes, but he's absolutely flying. Never comes to peg. Takes the checkered flag. James Cawtheray gets second. Jonathan Duke takes third. Then Tim Mount. Followed home by Phil Buckley. Or is it going to be? No, it's a bit of a mishap there for Phil Buckley, and Neil Emmett follows home from number 336, Phil Buckley. Take the second qualifying heat in the first leg of the 350s was a win for number 15 from the Eastern Centre, Neil Scopes. In second place was 169, Sussex man James Cawtheray. Third place was number 25, Jonathan Duke. Fourth place, number 17, Tim Mount. Fifth place, number 58, Neil Emmett. And sixth place, number 336, Phil Buckley. No other finishes. The winner's time at 1 minute 31.23 seconds, an average speed of 57.18 miles per hour. Then the right-hand sidecars, their first out of the afternoon. We get Colin Hutton, Tony Basley, Mick Cave, Mick Stace, Tim Bennett, Steve Hargreaves, the Sarzek brothers, and Penny Hook, and Keith Pilcher Ross. The centre of the bunch. But Colin Hutton moving up into second place, Penny Hook there in third. Around the turn they come then, and Mick Cave, Mick Stace pushing hard after Colin Hutton and Tony Baseby. Penny Hook trying to hold off Tim Bennett for third place. Hard after Mick Cave and Mick Stace, but lets Tim Bennett come up on the inside. She'll regret she's doing that. Tim Bennett goes through into third place. Number 3, Colin Hutton, Tony Baseby still leading from Mick Cave and Mick Stace. Then Tim Bennett, Steve Hargreaves, and Penny Hook and Keith Pluto Watts. Number 3, from the Eastern Centre, Colin Hutton, with Tony Baseby from Sevenoaks in the chair. Sliding a little bit wide, Mick Cave, Mick Stace, sliding it up on the inside, as are Tim Bennett and Steve Hargreaves, with Penny Hook and Keith Watts in hot pursuit. And the Sarzek brothers bringing up the rear on their Honda B4. Mick Cave and Mick Stace now taking the lead from Colin Hutton and Tony Baseby. Colin Hutton and Tony Baseby pushing hard, trying to get the lead back, but Mick Cave and Mick Stace take the checkered flag from Colin Hutton and Tony Baseby in second. Tim Bennett, Steve Hargreaves in third, then Penny Hook and Keith Watts in fourth. And the Sarzek brothers finishing in fifth place. By number 5, Mick Cave and Mick Stace. Second place and fighting all the way was number 3, Colin Hutton and Tony Baseby. Third place went to number 12, Tim Bennett and Steve Hargreaves. Fourth place to Penny Hook and Keith Pluto Watts. And fifth place to number 16, the Sarzek brothers. The winner's time of 1 minute 24.80 seconds, a speed of 54.25 miles per hour. By number only from the top, 5, 3, 12, 34 and 16, 1 minute 24.80, speed of 54.25 miles per hour. Race 10 then coming to the line. We've got Paul Roberts and Nicky Owen, Dave Penfold and Paul Randall, Darron Bartholomew and Dempsey Dix, Jerry Adams and Paul Baseby, Rob Wilson. And Dean Bartholomew. Around the first turn they come. Bit of wide slide in there by 55, Jerry Adams. Almost letting him come up on the inside of him. He'll have to go a bit quicker into this next turn. As Dave Penfold and Rob Wilson lock up in battle there for that first place. Randall trying to get back in the chair and get him to come into a straight line, and all sorts of problems there. As Jerry Adams and Paul Baseby pull clear of the rest of the pack. Then it's Rob Wilson and Tony Miles in second place. Dave Penfold and Paul Randall in third. Dropping back to fourth behind number 4, Vaughan Roberts and Nicky Owen. Has thrown in his face by Vaughan Roberts. Meanwhile, out in front, 55, Jerry Adams and Paul Baseby. Again, taking a bit of a wide line round that turn. From 24, Rob Wilson and Tony Miles in second. Vaughan Roberts and Nicky Owen. Dave Penfold and Paul Randall. Bob Heath. Bringing up the rear. Last turn for the last time, and the first win of the afternoon for number 55, Jerry Adams and Paul Baseby. From Rob Wilson and Tony Miles, Vaughan Roberts and Nicky Owen, Dave Penfold, Paul Randall, Bob Heath, Dean Bartholomew, then Darron Bartholomew, Matthew Deeks. Official result in a moment. 4:55, Jerry Adams and Paul Baseby. Second place to number 24, Rob Wilson and Tony Miles. Third place to number 4, Vaughan Roberts and Nicky Owen. Fourth place to number 14, Dave Penfold and Paul Randall. Fifth place to number 8, Rob Heath and Dean Bartholomew. And in sixth place, number 28, Darron Bartholomew and Tuffy Dix. The winner's time of 1 minute 24.88 seconds, giving a speed of 54.2 miles per hour. From the top, 5, 24, 4, 14, 8 and 28. Winner's time of 1 minute 24.88. Speed of 54.2 miles per hour. Race 11 then. Number 13, John Halsey and Jason Glenie go into the lead. In second place we have number 17, Dave Steer and Andy Orchard. And in third place, number 112, Rick Colvin and Steve Smith. Continue their way round. John Halsey and Jason Glenie with a good lead on at the moment. Sliding wide then, John Halsey, Jason Glenie doing a bit of a Jerry Adams trick, but he's holding on to the lead from Dave Steer and Andy Orchard in second place. Then Rick Colvin and Steve Smith, looking like they've got a few problems. Round on the inside line. Another one of those there Honda Fireblade engines. Well, drifting very wide again, but still holding on to the advantage. Well, has he, as Dave Steer comes up on the inside. Dave Steer just took the advantage from him as he come through there, but John Halsey has gone for a very tight line. Regaining that advantage, but number 17, Dave Steer, pushing hard on the inside as they come into the last turn for the last time. What's going to happen here? Again, John Halsey's gone for that wide line. Dave Steer's nipped up on the inside. What's going to happen as they come up to the line? 17, Dave Steer and Andy Orchard take it from John Halsey and Jason Glenie in second place. With Rick Colvin and Steve Smith limping home for third. Got by Dave Steer and Andy Orchard. From number 13, John Halsey and Jason Glenie. And in third place, number 112, Rick Colvin and Steve Smith. No fourth or fifth finishes. The winner's time at 1 minute 25.13 seconds. A speed of 54.04. miles per hour. From the top, 17, 13 and 112, 1 minute 25.13, 54.04 miles per hour. This will be the first run of the 500cc solos. And non-starter in this one is number 62, Dodd, who unfortunately had a bit of a spill in practice. Number 73, Julian Phipps is well on his way off that line and into the first turn. With Robin Pilcher trying to nip up on the inside, and Robin Pilcher just taking the advantage out of that turn. Adrian Mower getting a bad late start in this one, and got a lot of work to do if he's to catch up with those leaders. Julian Phipps again leading, but moves on the inside, Mark Smith. Mark Smith now pushing for the lead. Julian Phipps challenging hard in second, with Robin Pilcher there in third, and then Stuart Dempsey in fourth. Followed by Steve Higgins and number 154, Adrian Mower. Julian Phipps firing back up that back straight and comes up the inside of Robin Pilcher. And wants to go in the direction of Mark Smith. Can he regain the lead he had earlier? It's 45, Mark Smith from 73, Julian Phipps from 174, Robin Pilcher, and then Stuart Dempsey. Julian Phipps now starting to try the outside line. He's pushing hard as he comes up on the back wheel of Mark Smith. Wide there, and Julian Phipps with the front wheel in the air, challenging hard to try and get him. There's just one lap of this battle left, and it's Mark Smith from Julian Phipps, from Robin Pilcher, Stuart Dempsey. Julian Phipps again trying to go right around the outside, gets his wheels in front. This is going to be one hell of a last corner. Julian Phipps on the wrong side of him, I feel, on the outside there. Would need to cut back now on the inside to take the advantage, but Mark Smith's going to take him out, trail waving. Mark Smith takes the win from Julian Phipps. Just there in second place, a brave try. Third, Robin Pilcher. Fourth, Stuart Dempsey. Fifth, Adrian Mower. And bringing up the rear, Steve Higgins. Number 73, Julian Phipps. Third place, 174, Robin Pilcher. Fourth place, number 12, Stuart Dempsey. Fifth place, number 154, Adrian Mower. Sixth place, number 116, Steve Higgins. No other finishers. The winner's time at 1 minute 35.14 seconds, given an average speed of 54.83 miles per hour. From the top, 45, 73, 174, 12, 154 and 116. 1 minute 35.14, 54.83 miles per hour. 500s again to the line. 3 heats of those in each leg this afternoon. Nice picture there of Dave Steer and Andy Orchard ahead of Neil Penfold and Paul Randall. Plus 13. That's not going to be unlucky for anybody in particular. And 1-2-1. Alan Harwood leaps into the lead from Justin Shaw and Tim Mount. Tim Mount making a very good start there, and he's challenging hard from third and goes up into. Oh, is he going to take second place? He's really neck and neck down there for that second place. Alan Harwood rode all his own way in front. 187 Justin Shaw in second, then Tim Mount with a faller on that top turn. Looked like Dean Norton, but he's up and okay. So Alan Harwood leading the rest of the field. Justin Shaw holding on to second. Tim Mount there in third. Then Alan Harwood got a good lead over Justin Shaw. Tim Mount in hot pursuit. And 153. M. Wells. Alan Harwood taking the last lap flag then. One more lap for him for victory. From Justin Shaw in second place. Then Tim Mount. M. Wells. And then number 151. Gillum. That's Richard Gillum. 1-2-1. Alan Harwood takes that checkered flag. Well clear of second place man 187 Justin Shaw. Tim Mount getting a good third there. Then Mr. M. Wells. And then 3-1-1. M. Shirley. 151. Richard Gillum. Bringing up the rear there, 971, Dean Norton. And done with there, and Nice win for number 121, Alan Harmer. Second place going to 187, Justin Shaw. Third place to number 17, Tim Mount. Fourth place 153, M Wells. Fifth place number 311, M Shirley. Sixth place number 151, Richard Gillam. Seventh place number 161, Mike Webster. And in eighth place number 971, Dean Norton. No ninth finisher. The winner's time at 1 minute 31.52 seconds. A speed of 57 miles per hour. Precisely. 56 M Morphy, 145 James Cramp, 336 Phil Buckley, 126 Mark Dodd, and additional runner number 38 David Wright. Number 38 David Wright. Do appear to have some unauthorised riding down the bottom of the field there by a junior. Unfortunately, that is against the rules of the Autocycle Union and certainly against the insurance terms of this meeting. Would you please put the bike away and take the nipper off it? Immediately. Thank you. Luke Dodd going into an early lead there. Looking very close on that front line though as they all go round the turn together. And we have an early leader in those bright white leathers. I think that's Dave Wright, our additional runner. Dave Wright, our additional rider, in front. From James Cawtheray now moved up to second place and Luke Dodd there in third. We do have a faller, the yellow flags are up, but as the dust clears we wait to see who it is. 38 then, Dave Wright from 169, James Cawtheray, then number 3, Chris Tritton, 22, David Mears, and then Luke Dodd. Dave Wright then holding on to his slender advantage from James Cawtheray in second place at the moment. Number 38 then, Dave Wright leads from James Cawtheray, pushing hard in second place from David Mears in third, Chris Tritton in fourth, then Luke Dodd in fifth. Then it's Phil Buckley. And number 56, Mr. Morphy. Checkered flag goes out this time then. Dave Wright wins from James Cawtheray, pushing hard in second. Then number 22, David Mears. Number 3, Chris Tritton. 65, Luke Dodd. A little bit of a gap back for number 336, Phil Buckley, then Michael Morphy. Race 14 then, race 14. Last in the first leg of this afternoon's programme was a win for number 38, Dave Wright. In second place was number 169, James Cawtheray. Third, number 22, Dave Mears. Fourth, number 3, Chris Tritton. Fifth, number 65, Luke Dodd. Sixth, number 336, Phil Buckley. Seventh, number 56, Michael Morphy. And in eighth place, number 11, Graham Knievel. No other finishes. The winner's time at 1 minute 32.23 seconds, giving a speed of 56.56 miles per hour. By number only, 38, 169, 22, 3, 65, 336 and 56, and number 11, 1 minute 32.23, 56.56 miles per hour. John Pilcher taking up the running in race 15. As I said, back in with the 250cc solos. Richard Sims holding second place. Richard Sims indeed won his first ride. Ernie Penfold gets off to a slow start. Round they come then, 49, John Pilcher leads. He was second first time out, and he's second time out, so he's obviously getting better as the day goes on. John Pilcher leading then from Richard Sims, George Cook, Brian Cornelius, Colin Osborne, and Pete Wakeford. Ernie Edwards there, bringing up the rear. John Pilcher making the last fly. Richard Sims still holding on to second place. 48, Brian Cornelius challenging hard in third, with George Cook there in close attendance in fourth. And a little bit of a gap back to Colin Osborne and Pete Wakeford. Well, Bernie Edwards could be excused for believing he was winning this one. He's setting a very similar pace to that of John Pilcher. John Pilcher starts his last lap. This time he laps Bernie Edwards. Edwards put up a real fight. If he rode every race as fast as that, he could win them. John Pilcher in the lead. Ernie Edwards a lap in arrears after a disastrous start. The checkered flag being made ready then for number 49, John Pilcher. Second place going to 180, Richard Sims, George Cook, Brian Cornelius. Colin Osborne, down went Pete Wakeford on the last turn. Ernie Edwards looked like he's going to go round and do the full distance. Number 49, John Pilcher. Second place to 180. Richard Sims. Third place to number 18, George Cook. Fourth place, number 48, Brian Cornelius. Fifth place, number 46, Colin Osborne. Sixth place to 115, Ernie Edwards. No other finishes. The winner's time at 1 minute 37.07, giving a speed of 53.74 miles per hour. By number only, 49, 180, 18, 48, 46 and 115, 1 minute 37.07, 53.74 miles per hour. Is revving on the line then for race 16. The flags fly and the bikes head towards the first turn. Don't forget 75 Lee Street was the winner in the first race. Red flags are up. Red flags are up. The race being stopped already. On the rerun of race 16. What happens is again Lee Street leads off the start line, and 37, Michael Peters in hot pursuit in second place. Jane McLaren getting a better start that time in the midfield on her 250 Yamaha. She goes back down and drops a few places on that back straight. Lee Street leads on the Kajiva, flat out of that turn. The Kawasaki this year changed engines. 125, Keith Strudwick and Michael Peters fighting it out for second place. Lee Street leads then from Keith Strudwick. Michael Peters holding a good third place. Obviously improving as the weeks go by. Lee Street leading then. Keith Strudwick in second, then Michael Peters. Then 59, Chris Pay. Then Mike Smith, Jane McLaren and Alan Dan. Taking the last lap flag from 124, Keith Strudwick. 37, Michael Peters and Chris Pay. Mike Smith, Jane McLaren and number 20, Alan Dan. Well, the last turn for the last time on this one. Lee Street takes a look behind him, gives that throttle a slightly more gentle twist and takes the checkered flag for the second time this afternoon. Ahead of Keith Strudwick in second, who has now had 2 second places this afternoon, and Michael Peters gets third. Chris Pay gets fourth. Fifth place going to number 54, Mike Smith. Sixth place to 222, Jane McLaren, and then seventh place to number 20, Alan Dan. The second leg of the 250cc solos was a fine win for the maximum man so far, number 75, Lee Street. In second place is 124, Keith Strudwick. Third place was 37, Michael Peters. Fourth place, number 59, Chris Pay. Fifth place was 54, Mike Smith. Sixth place, 222, Jane McLaren. And in seventh place, number 20, Alan Dan. No other finishers. The winner's time at 1 minute 36.43, giving a speed of 54.09 miles per hour. Left-hand sidecars are out again now for their second leg. Neil Penfold, who came second in his first ride, is in this one. Neil Owen, who won his first ride, is in this one. That should be a good battle. With Neil Penfold, Bob Miles, Graham Elton and left right here. Off they go. Only 4 of those 6 outfits in this one. Neil Penfold really trying to give it a big one down that first straight on his 1000cc Godden V twin, but Neil Owen has gone right round the outside on the little 560 Jawa, and he's giving it the big one down that straight. Well, I heard at Brighton, I was at the Masters qualifying event up at North Albion, and could have been much better in the way. I heard about how he was riding phenomenally well down there in the wet, and here today he's riding phenomenally well in the dry. His passenger, fresh out of the 1960s, the way he gets down there. None of these boys get down as low as that these days. In the 60s they all used to get off like that, fill the crowd, and now this starts with it. After in the crowd here this afternoon, it's Neil Owen and Andrew Evans from Bill Penfold and Nigel Shaw, Billy Penfold and Carly Bell, Graham Hilton and Bertie Goodwin. Well, a single cylinder 560cc machine. Leading the pack. Last lap flag goes for Neil Owen and Andrew Evans from Bill Penfold and Nigel Shaw. Billy Penfold, Carly Bell, Graham Hilton, Bertie Goodwin. Bringing up the rear there into 4th place. Last turn for the last time then. Neil Owen really screwing that throttle on. Takes the win with Andrew Evans from Bill Penfold, Nigel Shaw, who just looks on in amazement. Then Billy Penfold, Carly Bell, Graham Hilton, Bertie Goodwin. But Nigel Shaw, 3rd place was number 23, Bill Penfold and Billy Penfold and Carly Bell, and in 4th place was 151, Graham Hilton and Bertie Goodwin. No other finishers, the winner's time of 1 minute 37.84 seconds, giving a speed of 53.31 miles per hour. From the top 4, 2, 23 and 151, 1 minute 37.84, 53.31 miles per hour. We now move on to race number 19 in your programme. Race 18 is null and void. We move on to race 19. Additional runner in here is number 251, John Arnott. Number 251, John Arnott. Previous race winner, 125, Ernie Penfold comes out in this one. As does 25, Tommy Penfold, who is also a previous race winner. So, away they go, off the line, down the first straight. Three pens. 1, 2, 4, George Penfold taking up the lead then. And his uncle Ernie is in 2nd place at the moment, but Ernie's boy, Tommy, leaps into 2nd place ahead of him there. So George leads, and Tommy coming up on the inside there, and Ernie pushing hard in 3rd place. Then John Arnott and Tony Doyle. Already done race up by now as we come round now. You have to ignore Dominic Doyle, he's a lap in arrears, but it's 1, 2, 4, George Penfold and Liam Chivers leading from Tommy Penfold and Julian Wood, then Ernie Penfold and Nigel Field, and then 251 John Arnott and Tony Doyle. For the last lap flag, it's 1, 2, 4 George Penfold and Liam Chivers from Tommy Penfold, Julian Wood, Ernie Penfold, Nigel Field, an ex-250cc solo compatriot. And who decided to cruise around in 4th rather than waste the motor. This is the last turn for the last time. Dominic Doyle is a lap in arrears. So the win going to 1, 2, 4. George Penfold and Liam Chivers from Tommy Penfold and Tommy Penfold and Julian Wood, then Ernie Penfold, Nigel Field, and 251 John Arnott and Tony Doyle. Official result in a moment. It's a fine win there for 1, 2, 4 George Penfold and Liam Chivers. 2nd place number 25 Tommy Penfold and Julian Wood. 3rd place to 1, 2, 5 Ernie Penfold and Nigel Field. 4th place number 251 John Arnott and Tony Doyle. 4th place number 251 John Arnott. 4th place 251 John Arnott and Tony Doyle. 5th place number 19 Dominic Doyle. Peter Taylor. The winner's time 1 minute 42.20. Speed of 51.04 miles per hour. From the top, 124, 25, 125, 251, 19, 1 minute 42.2, 51.04 miles per hour. Race 20 going into the first turn, and it's the father and son team of Neil and Martin Cuff that lead in there, from Duncan Fish and Clive Holland in second place, then Bernie Townsend and Martin Cadell, with Barry Gear and Dave Holland fighting for that fourth place. Or third or fourth place. 126, then Neil and Martin Cuff leading. From 174, Duncan Fish and Clive Holland, then Barry Gear, Dave Hollands. Bernie Townsend and Martin Cadell. Bernie Townsend had a lot of mishaps this weekend. Somebody broke into his garage, stole his leathers, stole his trailer, took all sorts of bits and pieces. And he wasn't too sure whether he'd be able to ride this weekend or not, but he's managed to acquire some leathers, and he's out there in full flight. 126, Neil and Martin Cuff then at half distance from Duncan Fish and Clive Holland. Then Barry Gear and Dave Hollands. Then 69, Bernie Townsend, Martin Cadell. Neil and Martin Cuff on their last lap from Duncan Fish, Clive Holland. Then 307, Barry Gear and Dave Holland. 1069, Bernie Townsend, Martin Cadell. From the Hilton Borough and Tunbridge areas. Neil and Martin Cuff taking a mid-line through there, flat out. Taking that checkered flag. From Duncan Fish and Clive Holland. Barry Gear, Dave Hollands, close to 174, Duncan Fish and Clive Holland. Third place, number 307, Barry Gear and Dave Hollands. Fourth place, to number 69, Bernie Townsend and Martin Cadell. No other finishers. The winner's time at 1 minute 46.10 seconds, giving a speed of 49.16 miles per hour. Again then, 126, 174, 307 and 69, 1 minute 46.10, 49.16 miles per hour. Moving across now back to the solos, it's the 350cc boys. One change in this one is number 37, won't be Michael Peters, it will be Bill Sims. 37 isn't Michael Peters, it is Bill Sims. Race 21 leaves the line, and it's Jonathan Duke and Neil Scopes that go into that first turn first. Jonathan Duke trying the long way around the outside. Neil Scopes holding the tighter, more advantageous line. Neil Scopes leads. Jonathan Duke there in second place. Then Phil Buckley. Scopes very fast on a 350cc machine. Nice to see him down here in the southeast when there was a meeting right on his home territory up there at Stansted in Essex. Neil Scopes leading Jonathan Duke, then Phil Buckley, Neil Emmett and Bill Sims. Bill Sims on hot pursuit there trying to get Neil Emmett, and he goes past into that turn, takes his sights off Neil Emmett and puts them firmly on the rear wheel of Phil Buckley. Neil Scopes, well away victor at the moment. Jonathan Duke happy to settle for second spot. Bill Sims squeezed through to third ahead of Phil Buckley, and Neil Emmett then following home in fifth place. Last lap flag for Neil Scopes. Jonathan Duke still in comfortable second position. Phil Sims now moved up to third. 336 Phil Buckley and 58 Neil Emmett. comes the checkered flag and the win goes to number 15, Neil Scopes. From 25, Jonathan Duke. In the battling number 37, Phil Sims. 336, Phil Buckley. And 58, Neil Emmett. Official result for you in a moment. And in 5th place, number 58, Neil Emmett. No other finishes. The winner's time of 1 minute 32.14 seconds, a speed of 56.61 miles per hour. From the top, 15, 25, 37, 336, 58, 1 minute 32.14, 56.61 miles per hour. Race 22, non-starter, number 9, Mitchell Button. Goes race 22 on 139, David Mears takes up the running from number 3, Chris Tritton. The 350s after the first leg was a win for 139, David Mears, and a win for number 15, Neil Scopes. Back to a repeat of the first leg, but I don't think we saw Chris Tritton in the first leg. He obviously had a mechanical failure, and he's happily challenging around in 2nd place at the moment, trying to gather enough points from 2 rides to make this afternoon's final. Line round there goes from David Mears. 139, David Mears leads from number 3, Chris Tritton. 48, Brian Cornelius. 17, Tim Mount. 331, Paul Watson. And then number 20, Alan Dan. Taking the last lap flag, there's 1 lap from victory, is 139, David Mears. Chris Tritton there in hot pursuit. Brian Cornelius in a comfortable 3rd, Tim Mount nicely there in 4th. Then Paul Watson in 5th. And Alan Dan squirting his throttle out of that last turn in 6th place. Second flag, that's 2 rides, 2 wins for number 139, David Mears. On maximum points along with Neil Scopes. And then it's Chris Tritton taking the 2nd, 48, Brian Cornelius taking the 3rd. Tim Mount, Paul Watson, and Alan Dan. Win for 139, David Mears. 2nd place, number 3, Chris Tritton. Both lads from the Canterbury Thanet area. 3rd place, number 48, Brian Cornelius. 4th place, number 17, Tim Mount. 5th place, 331, Paul Watson. 6th place for number 20, Alan Dan. No other finishes. The winner's time at 1 minute 31.69 seconds. Speed of 56.89 miles per hour. From the top, 139, 3, 48, 17, 331, and 20. 1 minute 31.69 seconds. 56.89 miles per hour. Back with the right-hand sidecars. Starter in race 23 will be 191, Steve Higgins. Fantastic start off that right-hand pad, and into the first turn he goes, well clear of the rest of the field. Steve Hargreaves, his new passenger from the Martin Staplehurst area. Tim Bennett squeezes on. Number 3, Colin Upton and Tony Batesby at the moment in 2nd, but they're being hard pushed by Rob Wilson and Tony Miles in 3rd. Tony Miles up through from 3rd, 2nd position on the inside on that turn, and Tim Bennett, Steve Hargreaves holding on to the lead. Always tell those big bright fluorescent red hats of Tim Bennett and his passenger as they lead this race. Race 23 in your programme from Rob Wilson, Tony Miles, Colin Upton, Tony Batesby. Go on, Robert. turn they come then. Tim Bennett holding on to a good lead with Robbie Wilson. Tony Miles in there in second place, probably happy to stay in second really with the points advantage, but Tim Bennett on this straight. Tim Bennett goes into the turn. Steve Hargreaves reading the make of the tyre off the front wheel there. Tim Bennett takes the checkered flag, his first win of the afternoon from Rob Wilson, Tony Miles, then Colin Upton, Tony Batesby. And then Vaughan Roberts and Nicky Owen bringing up the rear. Oh, Tim Bennett. Then Steve Hargreaves. Second place, number 24, Rob Wilson, Tony Miles. Third place, to number 3, Colin Hutton and Tony Batesby. And fourth place, number 4, Vaughan Roberts, Nicky Owen. No other finishes. The winner's time at 1 minute 20.56 seconds. A speed of 57.11 miles per hour. From the top, 12, 24, 3 and 4. 1 minute 20.56, 57.11 miles per hour. Mixed Days take up the running with John Halsey, Jason Glenie right on their back wheel. Mick Cave Mixed Days looking to go a little bit wide. John Halsey's in there and waiting to try, but he couldn't quite get through. Mick Cave Mixed Days lead. John Halsey, Jason Glenie in second. Sherry Adams, Paul Batesby in third. Bob Heaths, Dean Bartholomew. Mick Cave and Mixed Days then holding on to a good lead on there. 1000cc X-Up SGM. At half distance, clear of John Halsey and Jason Glenie in second place, and then Jerry Adams, Paul Batesby. Bartholomew in the 4-horse race. Mick Cave again taking that very tight inside line. John Halsey flying around the outside now, trying to gain some ground, but 1 lap remaining in this one. Looks a cushy one for Mick Cave and Mixed Days from Jason, from John Halsey, Jason Glenie, Jerry Adams, Paul Batesby, Bob Heath and Dean Bartholomew. That's how they enter the last turn. As they head towards that checkered flag, the win goes to number 5, Mick Cave and Mixed Days. From 13, John Halsey, Jason Glenie, then 55, Jerry Adams, Paul Batesby, followed home by number 8, Rob Heath and Dean Bartholomew. Mick Cave and Mixed Days. In second place was number 13, John Halsey, Jason Glenie. In third place, 55, Jerry Adams, Paul Batesby. Fourth place, number 8, Rob Heath and Dean Bartholomew. No other finishes. The winner's time of 1 minute 21.83 seconds, giving a speed of 56.22 miles per hour. From the top, 5, 13, 55, 8, 1 minute 21.83 seconds, 56.22 miles per hour. There's problems for our dynamic duo as they enter the turn in last place. Dave Penfold, Pluto's dropped off, Penny's going round on her own. Oh no, she hadn't realised yet. Give her a wave, Pluto, wouldn't you? 17, Dave Steer and Andy Orchard taking up the lead, so I have my eyes on me wide. Dave Penfold and Paul Randall pushing hard in second place. Penny Hook waiting for Keith Pluto Watts to jump on board. And Pluto's on there and away they go. Not going to waste no time. Obviously Fab 1's gone into retirement for the afternoon as she's borrowed somebody else's machine. Dave Steer and Andy Orchard continuing the lead from Dave Penfold and Paul Randall, from Rick Colvin and Steve Smith. Well, Penny Hook's not in the lead, that's a shame. I thought she was going to be the first one over the line, but a little bit out there. Dave Steer and Andy Orchard takes the win. 14, Dave Penfold, Paul Randall takes second place. Then 1-1-2, Rick Colvin and Steve Smith. And Penny Hook and Keith Pluto Watts bringing up the rear. Team Dave Steer and Andy Orchard. Second place went to number 14, Dave Penfold and Paul Randall. Third place to 1-1-2, Rick Colvin and Steve Smith. And fourth place to number 34, Penny Hook and Keith Watts. No fifth finisher. The winner's time at 1 minute 23.88 seconds, a speed of 54.85 miles per hour. 17, 14, 1-1-2 and 34, 1 minute 23.88, 54.85 miles per hour. On then with the 500cc solos, and Adrian Mower makes the best of the start this time as he goes into that first turn, slender advantage over Dave Wright and Dave Mears. Those first three pulling away from the other two now, and it looks like a good battle between these first three boys as Adrian Mower keeps on to his lead. He's another one of these epic superstars who's come down here rather than ride it ugly this afternoon. Dave Wright come past a pair of them in one easy movement. Can he hold on to that advantage? Dave Wright then. From Adrian Mower, from David Mears. David Mears fighting back at Adrian Mower, and them two enter the turn together. Will they go one either side of Dave Wright? Dave Wright goes to his right, taking Adrian Mower with him, and Dave Mears craftily comes up on the inside, but he's not quite enough to get there. Dave Wright leads, Dave Mears in second, Adrian Mower in third, then M. Wells and James Cramp. Dave Wright now taking into a very tight line. Dave Mears trying to go around the outside of him. They take the last lap flag together. Who's going to be there in 1 lap's time? Dave Wright got that advantageous inside line. Dave Mears tried the outside at first, cut it back to the inside, and this is where he'll make his big move. It's on the outside of Dave Wright at the moment. Dave Wright's now sliding wide, and Dave Mears cutting back on the inside, but has he got enough motor to get there? It's going to be tight. Very slender across the line there. We'll leave that one for the lap scorer's decision. Adrian Mower certainly third. Mr. M. Wells in fourth. And James Cramp bringing up the rear. In your programme was a fine win there for number 38, Dave Wright. In second place was 22, David Mears. Third place, number 154, Adrian Mower. Fourth place, number 153, M. Wells. Fifth place, number 145, James Cramp. No other finishes. The winner's time at 1 minute 31.43 seconds, giving a speed of 57.05 miles per hour. 38, 22, 154, 153, 145, 1 minute 31.43, 57.05. Julian Phipps now going into the lead of race 27, but Alan Harmer has got through on the first turn and is pulling away. Chris Tritton now moving up into second place on the inside of Julian Phipps, who's got relegated to third. Alan Harmer in his second win of the afternoon, as was number 38. Dave Wright So if Alan Harmer can stay there, they'll be on maximum points. Chris Tritton, a lovely fourth in his first drive, hoping to make up for a few points here, and he comes up on the inside hard underneath Alan Harmer, and they cross the line side by side. Chris Tritton now taking a slight advantage over Alan Harmer. Alan Harmer squirting the throttle, chasing hard after him, but it's Chris Tritton all the way down that back straight. Chris Tritton leads from Alan Harmer in second place. Then Julian Phipps in third, then James Cawtheray in fourth. Chris Tritton takes the last lap flag ahead of Alan Harmer from Julian Phipps and James Cawtheray having their own battle there. And Alan Harmer goes down. Chris Tritton leads. Alan Harmer has gone down on that turn. And another faller on that turn there. The yellow flags are out. The checkered flag comes out. Chris Tritton got it all his own way at the finish. A win for Chris Tritton. Second going to James Cawtheray. Third to Julian Phipps. Then Paul Watson, no, John Pilcher that is, and Stuart Dempsey, Tim Mount. It's going to one to number 73, Julian Phipps, fourth to number 174. Robin Pilcher, fifth place to number 12. Stuart Dempsey, sixth place number 17, Tim Mount, seventh place number 56, Michael Morphy. No other finishes. The winner's time at 1 minute 33.17 seconds, a speed of 55.99 miles per hour.